Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. I hope you have all had a great week, and I hope you all have a great weekend coming. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Say that several times fast. I'm going to be showing you a cute project using some reusable silkscreen transfers and some yummy Chalkology paste. But before that, once you hop onto the live or the replay, make sure you say hi and tell me where you're watching from. Hey, Kendria, how are you? I hope you've had a great week. Tell me what you're working on. What kind of door hangers are you going to paint this weekend? I'm always excited to see what door hangers you're working on, and I hope to get a few of mine done over the weekend. Don't forget, as you can see at the bottom of the screen on the ticker, it is Friday giveaway. We are celebrating Friday, and I'm giving away some Happy Mail at the end of this broadcast. So make sure at some point during the show, make sure that you put in hashtag FryYayGiveaway, no spaces, lowercase, exactly what it looks like. And you will be entered to win. You do have to be present at the end of the video when we draw to be a winner. So don't forget to do that. Kendra, you say you're actually making wedding cards right now. Your wedding or just somebody else's wedding? Mr. Jason says hello from the family room. So go ahead and, I do need to let you know while everyone's hopping on, I am live using StreamYard. It's an online platform that allows me to multicast to several different platforms at the same time. So I am live in 3 locations: my Facebook business page at Robin's Egg Blue Creations, my Facebook group at Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab. And if you haven't joined that yet, please do so. I hope to be starting some deals, weekly deals in there, and some other giveaways as well. And I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you may not see in your post, that might be why. They may be commenting from another platform. Also, if you're watching from my Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard permission to access your name. Otherwise, in my comments, you show up as Facebook user, and I don't know who I am interacting with while I'm live. So with that little bit of housekeeping done, I see Chris has hopped on. Hello. And Kendria is working wedding cards for someone else. Well, that's sweet. I'm a huge paper crafter, but I've never gotten really into making cards. I like to make little mini albums and little sticky note holders with my cinch machine, but I just haven't been a card maker, although I probably should be a card maker so I can send out more cards. So I don't know if you've seen me playing with this little pumpkin, but this is the little pumpkin that I'll be showing you how to make some of these tonight using just recycled jeans. Literally, I went to the thrift store and found the largest pair of jeans I could find, and I've been cutting out circles, and then just, I don't know what happened. Let's see what happened. That's interesting. So now you'll see my messy space behind me. Let me see if I can get that fixed. Oops. Pardon me. That is odd. Minor technical difficulties. Let me pop that back up in there. And that was weird. Maybe I lost Wi-Fi. I don't know. There we go. Problemo solvemo. Okay, so we're making these little pumpkins. So I have some denim and I have some canvas. And then these 3 were my prototypes. I have this fabric in my stash. Kendra, you might have seen me post it in the Confetti Creative group. So I have this pumpkin, I have this medium-sized pumpkin, And I have this little bitty pumpkin. So those are my little prototypes. I don't have little stems on them. So I just dug into my stash of fabric. So you can either keep them single like this one, or I might stack them like this and make like a pumpkin topiary. So let me know what you think. If you think I should stack this set or leave them as single pumpkins. So I've kind of got a few things in different stages. So what I did with these is I just created little paper patterns out of cardstock. And then when I grabbed my fabric, I just used my patterns. So I cut 2 of each. And then you can see in the denim one that I have just put a running stitch around the outside, and I left my string attached so that I can sew them up later. And then in this set, I've actually already chalked this set. So I just laid my transfer down on the fabric, chalked it out, and let it dry. And I've actually left the bottom plain, like in this one. I just think it looks really cute. That way you can see that it is actually jeans material or canvas. And then on this one, I used the mini buffalo plaid. So, and these 2 are just ready to be stuffed. But before we get to that, I wanted to go ahead and chalk these 3. And I think I'll leave all these single just because I want to use different colors, and they may not be colors that go together well. And I think I learned on this one to keep the to somehow tuck that string out of the way, because I chopped all over my string and it didn't work very well. So we're going to be using this mini buffalo plaid transfer. Again, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times depending on how you care for them. They are sticky backed. And so I'm just going to lay this one down, although this buffalo plaid has been well used and it is not very sticky, but I think it'll still work. It still will work. You just kind of have to go with a light hand and light pressure. Just decorations, although you could probably, you could fill it with sand and use it as a pin cushion. You could just use it just like with the polyfill and use it as a pin cushion, but mainly just decoration. Okay, so I think I'm going to go bold on this one. I love a good teal pumpkin, so I'm going to use Couture Teal in the mini buffalo plaid. So I'm just going to grab a larger squeegee, and I'm going to dip my chalk or my squeegee in my chalk paste, and this is just a wet form of chalk. It does dry hard to the touch, and on most surfaces it is water soluble. So I'm just going to lightly drag this teal chalk all over the silk screen. And I'm not looking for anything perfect, especially with this mini buffalo plaid, because it usually does look a little bit rustic once you're done. I'm just going to grab some more. So you're just going to drag it over the silk screen. You can also use ink. It's your preference, if whatever you want to use on fabric, ink or the chalk. I kind of like the way the chalk feels on these pumpkins. Gives them a little bit more structure. Makes them a little bit more stiff. I'm sure. And again, I'll warn you, this isn't going to be perfect, especially with this particular transfer. Let's see what we got. Move some stuff out of the way. It's okay, let's pull it off and see what we have. I'm just going to set this aside and spray it down until I'm ready to wash it. That way that chalk paste doesn't dry. And then we'll dry this one a little bit. Make sure that you put in the comments hashtag Friday giveaway, just like it says down there. So you can be entered to win the drawing. You do need to be present at the end of the video to be eligible. I'm just getting this dry enough so that I can move it and not have a big catastrophe. Don't forget to say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Also, do that, whatever that says over there. Scatter me across Facebook. Hit that heart button. Hey, Bonita. No worries. You're not late. Hello, Facebook users. This is what if you don't give StreamYard permission for them to show your name, this is what you end up, your comment looks like. So I have no idea who that is, but that's okay. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Again, I'm not going for completely dry. I'm just going for movable without a mess. So, again, we're making these little fabric pumpkins. I just used plain canvas, and I've also used a pair of jeans to make some little pumpkins. So now we're on to this medium-sized pumpkin. Get all these strings untangled, and I think I'm going to use, this medium-sized pumpkin. Okay, you help me decide. I can't just, well, I've already used polka dots. Oh well. Help me decide which one on this pumpkin. Benita's already entered into the giveaway. She put hashtag Friday giveaway. So, and I'm not using the whole pumpkin. I'm just using the inside to do this fabric circle. So the berries or the dots on this next one. So we're doing this one. And I think we'll kind of do, I'm kind of into mustard yellow. So I think we'll do a mustard yellow pumpkin. I know that's not how pumpkins usually come, but in decor they can be any color we want. Kendria votes for the berries. So we're looking at the berry pattern or the dots. And I don't know if that's what they are. They just look like little berry sprigs that you'd find on like an evergreen tree. Bonita votes for the berries. Berries or dots for this pumpkin circle. And it will be in curry, which is mustard yellow. So wait for Robin. Hello, how are you doing this evening? Robin votes for berries. So it's pretty unanimous. I think we'll do berries. So again, this is a transfer I've used before, so I wrote on the back. Katie, hello, how are you doing? Katie voted for berries. It's pretty unanimous. So for those of you that are just hopping on, we're replicating these cute little pumpkins that I chalked on the front and I left blank on the back. So we have the canvas and we have the jean material. So I'm going to hide my string, and I'm just going to lay my transfer down. This one might be a little dicey because there's a lot of screen and not a lot of sticky. But we'll make it work. Okay. How was the first week of school, Katie? Oh, I gotta stir that one. So this is a little, since it is chalk based, and it's made with natural pigments, it does, at least the older formulas they can kind of dry up a little bit. So you just have to, if you have any of the older formula, just add a little bit of distilled water and give it a quick stir, and it'll be back to the consistency that it's supposed to be. Hey Ashley, how are you? I'm going to work on your camping bucket this weekend. Vanita, I'm using chalk this time. The chalk just gives the fabric a little more stability, kind of makes it a little bit, I don't know, crusty, if for better. It makes it really stiff, I guess I should have said. And it, yeah. I don't know why I didn't use ink, but just use chalk. As long as you don't have to wash fabric, chalks are fine. Katie says the first week of school was good, and Levi started football, so busy. Preston met his teacher. Madison has the same teacher from last year. Well, that's pretty cool. I think Dane had a teacher 2 years in a row because she switched grades. I don't know if he was, I think that it ended up being good. Ashley says she's tired. Is this your second week of school or first week, Ashley? Trying to get motivated for your vendor event tomorrow in Solomon. I'm doing good. Had a good week. Glad it's Friday. So if you're in or around Solomon, there is a vendor event tomorrow at the Cowboy Way. I'm not even sure I may have driven through Solomon. I'm not for sure I've ever stopped. But go ahead and, Ashley, if you want to, link your event in the comments. And those of you that are on Facebook, you can check it out. And you can, go ahead and put it in the comments, but it's tomorrow at the Cowboy Way in Solomon. There'll be quite a few vendors set up outside. Ashley said it's her first full week of school, but it feels like a month already. That doesn't bode well. I'm kind of making a mess. So I'm just kind of dragging this out as close to the edges as I can. It's not always quite possible to get it to the edges. And Kendria, if you're still on, tag your business page in the comments. Kendria paints door hangers, and we are in one of the same door hanger business groups. I figure out where to put my mess. Okay, so let's peel this one off. That turned out pretty. I love a good mustard yellow color. I'm just spraying that. I also made a mess on my table, so I got to get my wipes out. So it looks like Ashley posted the vendor event information, and Kendria tagged the business with cutesy glam designs. Thanks, Katie. And then Ashley, will you guys have events in the fall as well? I'm just drying this so that I can move it a little bit so that I don't accidentally stick my hand in it later. Oh, Bonita, to answer your question, you asked whether I was using chalk or ink. I now remember why I decided to use ink. Oh, actually I was asking if you were going to have additional vendor events this fall, past August. Bonita, I use chalk because it dries faster. Because, you know, I'm always last minute and I'm always in a hurry. With ink, you're supposed to let it sit overnight and then heat set it. But with chalk paste, I just let it dry for about an hour and then I was ready to go, if that. Okay. So I think this morning these were dry about 20 minutes after I made them. Okay, so I'm going to clean up my table a little bit. So that is why I used chalk paste over ink. I had forgotten my own method to my madness. I'm just trying to get, and I didn't get cleaned up from the other day. If I don't clean that up, I'll end up wearing it. Okay, so then the last one is this little one. We're going to use this herringbone color, or herringbone transfer. I was looking at what color I was going to pick, and I ended up saying color. So we're going to use this herringbone. Sorry, all of these except the buffalo plaid were retired, but these backgrounds are some of my favorite transfers. I don't know. I guess I can just use plain old white, but that's kind of boring. Ashley says she will host a vendor event in October. Not sure we will do when it gets cold. Yeah, your events are outside. Of course, cold weather sounds pretty good about right now. Do you guys have any color suggestions besides white? I could do orange, but then it's going to be a Denver Bronco, which isn't bad because I have, see, I just stuck my finger in that one. Because I have these pumpkins that I did that are orange and navy. So that would coordinate. What do you all think? You tell me what color you think would look good on navy. I have about every color under the sun. Or I could do a cream color. This color I thought was cream, but it's actually a little more brown. I'm not terribly fond of it, but this one would be a little creamier or a little more ivory. Ashley says she likes white. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it neutral. I don't know what other color would look on navy besides orange, and I might have mutiny with the Chiefs fans if I make too many navy and orange pumpkins. Okay, so we'll just use white. So this is the newer formula. I don't know if you can tell a difference. You can't really tell a whole lot of difference. The biggest difference is this one stays creamy. Like this one, you saw that it was really dry and thick. Well, the new formula is not supposed to dry out like the old formula did. And it stays drier longer, so it has a little bit more work time. Okay, so we'll do white, and we'll use this herringbone pattern. And I guess since I'm plugging everybody else's events, I should probably plug my own. If you're going to be in the Salina area tomorrow, I am hosting a Pick Your Own Project workshop where you can come and pick any of my Chalk Couture surfaces and then use any of my pastes or transfers. It's tomorrow from 1 to 3, and the event is posted on my business page at Robin's Egg Blue Creations on Facebook. The sitting fee, I believe, it's $15 for your registration fee, and then the cost of your surface, and those range anywhere from $7 to $20. So total, you're looking at less than $40. You're always welcome to come, Ashley. I wouldn't boot you out just because you're a fellow designer. I'm going to have 2 or 3 more in September. I just don't have those officially on my schedule yet. There's that one. Let's move a little out of room over here. Okay. So let's spray that one down. Okay, so we're done with the chalking. We'll get this dry, and then we'll move on to the stuffing and the sewing. And they don't have to be perfect. Like looks like I've got a bare spot right there, but you won't be able to tell once it's bunched up into a pumpkin. Make sure you scatter the video, tag your crafty friends. Hit your fave emoticon or your reaction emoji, all that fun stuff. Please and thank you. I would appreciate it. Anita says you wanted to come tomorrow, but you're going to be at your mom's. Well, her birthday is way important to me. I understand that. We'll get you here one of these days. We'll get you back. It's already pretty dry. Okay, so here are the ones that we chalked. That's still a little, it's cool to the touch, so I know it's still wet a little bit. So we did the teal buffalo plaid, kind of the berry sprigs in curry, and then the herringbone in white. And I just left the backs plain. So I'm going to move those. Okay, so then I have these 2 left from the 3 that I chalked this morning. And we'll do this one since it's a little smaller. So I'm just going to stuff it. And you can see that I did just a running stitch around the edge of the pumpkin. And I did leave a little opening so we could stuff it. So I'm just going to take my polyfill and just start stiffing it. Get it all the way to the back. So all the Salina area folks, are you all going to the River Festival next weekend? Or do you have Labor Day plans elsewhere? We're not big River Festival goers. I do like it. I do enjoy it, but it's usually in June, and it's hot, and there's a lot of people. So I'm just kind of trying to get all that back there. There was a spot that wasn't filling up very well. Try to stuff them as much as I can. Get some more. Get a little more full. When I made this one, he's really squishy. So I didn't fill him enough. Where do I get Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's? Some people use cotton balls. If you have any old throw pillows, take the stuffing out of those, or any of your old bedding pillows that you may be getting rid of. But I probably got, it was either Hobby Lobby or Walmart. I did finish another bag today that I've had in my stash for about 15 years. Okay, that might be too full. Let's see. And you want to make sure you can still sew him. And I just kind of squeeze it all around. I might put a little bit more in there. Get it stuffed around to the edges. Do this last little poof. Okay, so I'm going to find my needle. Sorry, you're going to have to watch me sew. And I've been using, oh wait, there's already thread on there, but I've been using button thread. It's a little thicker than all-purpose thread, so when I put a lot of tension on it from the stuffing, it doesn't snap. And then let me go ahead and get, while I'm digging in here, there's that. And then there's my needle. Okay, just getting my paraphernalia out. Okay, so let's find my needle. I'm excited to get your bucket done. Just have to order the lights, and then it should be middle of next week probably. Okay, so got my needle threaded. So then I'll turn it around to the blue so you can see it. So then I just join my edges again, and I'm just going to go back and forth. And you'll notice I did sew these up ahead of time mostly. And it's probably a good thing I did, because this chalk paste makes it a lot harder to get your needle through. So I would suggest, like I did, sewing them ahead of time before you chalk them. But make sure you leave an opening for your stuffing. So I'm just going to go back and forth, and that just creates a little running stitch. You can gather them at the end if you want, like this one. I don't know if you can tell, but it's gathered, so so there's lots of little pleats and tucks in there, whereas this one I didn't gather, so it's more of a flat edge. I kind of like the non-gathered look. Plus, it's just a little easier. Sorry, you're having to watch me do this, but I'm almost done. About 5 more stitches and I should be done. Oops, lost my tail. Oh, I sewed my tail up. There. Yeah, put the white's on a little thick. Okay, 1 more stitch. So then I'm just going to tie my knot. So glad my grandmother taught me how to at least hand sew. Ashley says she wants to try a decorative pillow using hot glue to sew with. Yeah, you can do that. I thought about using fabric glue, but when I was going to gather them, it wasn't going to work. So stick my needle back on here. Okay, so then I just kind of squash all that back together, and then I'm going to take my larger embroidery needle, and it has a larger eye, and it's just a little bit beefier. So now I just need to determine whether I want to use navy or white embroidery thread. I think I'll use the navy. So then just need to get a pretty long piece because we're going to be using this to make the ribs or the ridges of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to thread my embroidery floss onto this needle. This one's going to take a while. So I just kind of put it over the edge of the needle, the flat edge, and then it gets me a little, I don't know if you can see that, and then I got a little part to pull, and then I'm going to put a knot at this end, and then since this is the top and that's where my stem will be, that's where I'm going to put my knot. And so I'm just going to try to find the center, and it doesn't have to be perfect because, you know, not every stem is right in the middle of the every pumpkin. And then just going to kind of, and again, I eyeball everything. As you can see with this one, it's not perfectly center, but no one's going to, just the fact that these are going to be done is good for me, is a-okay with me. So then I'm just pushing my needle up through. I'm going to pull that all the way through. And then I'm just going to bring my thread and I'm going to put that needle back down through the pumpkin. And then as close to that center spot as I can. So I'm going to make a big gigantic loop. And then I'm going to pull my needle through. And I'm going to pull it fairly tight, not too tight though, because you might stretch everything. And then I'm just going to kind of hold it there, and then I'm going to bring my needle from underneath, and I'm going to poke it back through as close as I can, and we're going to make the opposite side ridge. So I'm going to pull that tight. You give it a little bit of tension. And again, this doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. And then I'm going to bring my threads underneath. I'm going to bring my needle over the top and try to get near that center spot again. Now I'm going to go to the side. Oops. And then I'm going to pull it tight a little bit just to make the next ridges. I'm going to hold that in place. My thread is coming out the bottom of my pumpkin. So I'm going to poke my needle back down through and come out the bottom. And then I'm going to pull and make, so now I have 4 sections of my pumpkin, but I'm going to make 8 sections. So again, my thread is coming out the bottom. I'm going to take my needle through the top and out through the bottom. And so now I'm going to cut this section in half. So I'm going to pull it slightly tight, and you can adjust it as you go. So now, again, I'm going to bring my needle over the top, through the center, and out the bottom. And this one's going to go on the other side. And And I'm going to pull that slightly tight. And then I'm going to bring it back through the oops, where am I at here? Okay. So I'm going to pull my needle through, kind of adjust it as I go, pull it tight. I probably didn't pull this one as tight as I probably, uh-oh, lost my needle. Okay, so I have one more section. So again, I'm going to bring my needle over, poke it through, and pull it tight. Oops. Tail thread. Okay, so now we have all of our sections. So I'm going to try to keep it fairly taut. And I'm going to go in and tie my knot. So I just kind of go under some of these threads, and sometimes I pick up a little bit of fabric. Just darn it, it's not what I wanted to do. Golly, what in the world? Okay, let's just take my needle off here. I got a big old knot or something. Something's going on. Okay, let's try that again. Did not go where I wanted it to go. Okay, so let's try that knot again. I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of fabric, and then that creates this little loop here. I don't know if you can see that loop, and then I'm going to put my needle through that loop, and that's my knot. I'm going to knot it one more time. Okay, and then you just snip that off. Put my needle back on here so I don't lose it. Okay, so there's part of our pumpkin. I probably didn't get some of these very tight, but I'm okay with it. Okay, so now on this one I just created some little felt leaves, but you could use artificial lamb's ear. You could use greenery. I don't know if we could put some greenery on there. Let's just give that a whirl. Let's see if that's going to stick. Thanks, Ashley. I think we'll do 2. I think I might cut that off. At least part of it. I'll get another one. Okay. So I think we'll try the greenery, maybe. What do you think? Should we try that? It might be a bit much, but or do we just do one? Do you like 1 or 2 better? I guess I could maybe try a V and see. Or should we just try a felt? Let's just cut some felt out here. See if I remember how to do it from earlier. Jason says 2. So you like 2 pieces of greenery? Okay, so I'll make a felt leaf just so you can kind of see a comparison. So on the leaves, I just cut just a regular rectangle of wool felt. And so I just kind of make a kind of a leaf shape. And then I tried to make it a little narrower in the center, just so it's not so bulky underneath that stem. So then there's the felt leaf. So do you like the greenery? Or the felt leaves? Probably should have made the felt leaves a little bigger on this one. But let's see. You could also maybe add a third leaf just to kind of beef it up a little bit. Ashley votes for the greenery. Let's throw this away. Amanda, hey Amanda. Amanda says she likes both. Let's try the greenery and see what happens. If I can even get it to stick. Okay. Oops, let's grab our handy dandy glue gun. I don't know if you can even. I'm putting way more than I need. Let's see if I can get that stuck down there. Okay, so let's get the other one stuck down. Ooh, I got a big old mess. There's something funky with that one. That one doesn't want to lay flat. The first windstorm we had a couple of weeks, about a month ago, I'm gonna take that one off. We had a bunch of tree limbs in our yard, so I just saved them back. And that's what I've been using, just these little twigs that I cut. In fact, here's the rest of the stick. And if you need a handsaw, this Fiskars handsaw is the bomb. It's one of my favorite. I love it. Okay. That other piece of greenery wasn't laying very flat. It wasn't working for me. But you could use wine bottle corks. What else have I seen? You could use wooden spools. You could roll up like a piece of felt like this. You could just roll it like a longer piece, but just roll it up and do a little twist like that as a stem. Anybody else have any ideas? Yeah, Kendria, and you can buy replacement blades, but it's very ergonomic. It's easy to use. I can cut through dowel rods with this sucker. It's amaze bowls. I cut my paint sticks, those 5-gallon paint sticks, with it. It just cuts right through. Okay, well, I think that's gonna stick. Okay, so now we'll pick. That one's probably too little, I think. Oops. That one. I think we'll use that one. Okay, so now we'll put our stem down. Let's see if I can get this to stick. There is a lot of, I'm gonna, oh geez, I have a big old mess. I'm going to have to put some raffia or some Spanish moss around to cover up all my, I have a blob of glue. So I'm just going to hold that till it dries. But that's what we've got, is this cute little pumpkin. And then you can add ribbons. I could try some of this raffia. See if I can get any of this to work. It'll help. That's going to take a while to dry. That might help hide my glue glob. Get my glue gun out of the way. I don't even know how to use this stuff. No, Bonita, I'm just resourceful. It's better than, you can buy those prepackaged wood stems, but it costs an arm and a leg. They're just not very cost effective when you can probably drive by my house tomorrow and find some pumpkin stems laying in the grass. Ashley, am I using this stuff right? I don't even know if it'll look good. I don't know. I may just use Spanish moss. I think this might be a bit too much. Yes, no, maybe. It's kind of hard to see. My lights are too bright. I think I'll use some Spanish moss instead. Just a little bit around the base of the pumpkin, of the stem, because I've got a big old, I don't know if you can see that in there, a big old blob of glue. But there's that one. And so I would do the exact same with this one, stuff it, sew it, and then add the ridges. Yeah, I probably should have done that one tighter, but I didn't. You think it looks fine? Oh, you can't see it up close, sister. It is a big old blob of glue. So that is how I've made some fabric pumpkins. Again, to recap, remember we made the teal one with the buffalo plaid. We made the curry with the berry sprigs, and I did leave them plain on the bottom. Even this one is the denim on the bottom. And then we did the herringbone on the jeans. And then I dug through my scrap bin. And so I'll be making some navy blue and orange, and this is a soft flannel fabric. So I'll be making those. And then I have a ton of these, if you're into sage green. And then I also have buffalo plaid. And I hope to have all of these in my booth at CJ's in the next couple of weeks. And I'll have some more of these patterns as well. And then these little guys will be available. And I'll have other ones. I'll make more of the canvas and the jeans ones as well. So if you happen to be by CJ's, those will be available. Or if you want to order your own ready-made pumpkins, let me know. Or if you think this would be a fun class to take, let me know, and I can get it scheduled for September or October, either one. So just want to we'll do a few housekeeping, and then we'll do the giveaway. So make sure, look down here in the ticker, make sure you put hashtag FryYay giveaway to be eligible for the Happy Mail this evening. But I did want to remind you that we have the August Club Couture transfer, the kitchen rules. It is an exclusive size B transfer, and I do have a typo on here. I believe the subscription is $19.99 a month US. Ashley, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm wrong there. It is $19.99 instead of $14.99. You do get 3 coordinating paste singles with that. This month it is black, sage, and shimmer copper. And then that is free shipping on those, on that monthly subscription bundle. You also get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional chalk site orders, which I would kill to get that $4.95 flat rate shipping. And then you also get any other monthly specials and deals that Chalk Couture provides to Club Couture members. Also, we have the designer kits available for $99. This month, you do get an additional $25 in retail value in your kit if you sign up. You get the Chalking with Cardio transfer. You also get you get one of either I just want to chalk pretty things or don't bother me, I'm procrastinating. So instead of your designer kit being $250 in retail, it would be $275 in retail. And if you, excuse me, I have a tickle. If you sign up this month, you have until September 30th to submit $600 personal volume. And if you do that, then you earn that $99 back, which is really cool. So we'll take that off. Did everyone get, yeah, Ashley, I'll have to fix that. So is everyone entered into the drawing? Make sure you put hashtag Friday giveaway in the comments. Excuse me, I got a tickle. Let me check real quick and see. I only have 2 entries. Anybody else want to be eligible? I'll give it a couple more minutes. I know Benita got entered. Kendria, did you get entered? Amanda, Katie, if you're still on, go ahead and get entered. If not, we'll draw for those 2. So I'm going to share my screen. Looks like Amanda just got entered. Okay. So we'll leave that on. Okay, can y'all see that? Kendria, put hashtag Friday giveaway in the comments. It's written in the ticker below, but if you put hashtag whatever, you can see it on the screen too. If you put hashtag Friday giveaway, there you go. So now I'm up to 4 entries. So ready? I am going to draw. Who's going to be the winner? Benita's the winner. Woohoo! It pays to watch. So Benita, if you message me, I will message you back what your options are. So I'm going to give a couple of different options tonight. So congratulations, Benita. And let's make sure she's still on before we leave. Yay, Benita's still here. Congratulations. So just shoot me a message. Actually, I'll shoot you a message with your options and then you can get back to me. So let's stop sharing this. Put me back on. And if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for tonight. I am going to be live tomorrow at 10 for just a quick little project. And then if you are around the Salina area, I do have that class from 1 to 3. Just let me know that you're coming. If not, I will see you tomorrow morning, or I will also be live again on Sunday at 4. So I've got some cute little projects coming up this weekend. But with that, I'm going to sign off for the evening. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate your support, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.